Isle of the Dead, another Walking Dead spin-off, has been announced by AMC. And these are my thoughts on it, if you care. I'm currently out of state. That's why not in the traditional backdrop that you usually see me sitting at. So first things first, another Walking Dead spin-off, which makes me happy. I love The Walking Dead. I love the world of The Walking Dead. I am a defender of the show, even at its lowest. I am that dude that has defended the show even in its weakest times. I'm the person who's championing the universe, one of them, to continue, because I think the world of The Walking Dead is vast and huge, and I think it can go on forever. I don't know if the main show necessarily can. I'd like it to go on longer than it is, but I think the world of The Walking Dead is so vast, so rich, so full of so many great characters and locations and new things to do and new places to explore, that I think that the show can go on until I am 90 years old and dead. With that being said, though, I wish they didn't announce the show yet, because it erases all tension of either of these characters for the final season. So this show is going to follow Negan and Maggie. Thumbs up. Which I love. I love both of those characters. I love them together. I think they show them together a bit too often. I think it seems a bit forced. I think it seems a bit written, which I'm not necessarily a fan of, because I get it. I know Negan killed Maggie's husband, and he might feel guilty for that. I don't think he does too much, but he's trying to redeem himself as a person, and Maggie is trying to let go of her hatred. But it just feels unrealistic to me how often they interact and communicate with each other. So I really hope that, despite the fact that they're going to be leading in this new spin-off together, that it feels real. It just doesn't feel forced. That's my biggest worry. I'm worried that it's going to feel like just forced. Just forced. It's the best word for it. Forced and unreal and unnatural. But with that being said, Negan is a great character. Maggie is a great character. And if done correctly, if done well, if the writing is top-notch, this spin-off could be phenomenal. It could be one of the best things in the Walking Dead universe. So this is the official description of Isle of the Dead. Isle of the Dead envisions the popular Maggie and Negan characters traveling into a post-apocalyptic Manhattan, long ago cut off from the mainland. The crumbling city is filled with the dead and denizens who have made New York City their own world, full of anarchy, danger, beauty, and terror. Right there, that description has me sold. I've always wanted the show to explore New York City. New York City is iconic, you know what I mean? Like, everyone knows New York City, and I've always wondered, since the first season of the show, I always wondered how New York City was faring. And I'm really, really excited to see characters that we know and love venturing into that part of the world. I think the fact that it's been cut off from the mainland, great, makes sense. I like that. And one thing that has me really intrigued is how they said the city has devolved basically into a place of anarchy and chaos, and the dead and the living all together, which I think is really, really cool, because I think this could have a new tone for the world of The Walking Dead, something that we have not seen before. And that being like bands of criminals and gangs and like an underworld of violence, and seeing Negan as a character enter that, seeing Maggie as a character enter that and have to deal with that and see how they fare or how they don't fare, which I think would be really, really cool. But again, it has to be said, I know everyone's saying it, I imagine, but I'm going to say it again. The fact that this was announced right now bums the hell out of me. It ruins all suspense for Maggie and for Negan as characters. We now know that every moment that it seems like they could die in the final season, where main characters should die, where stakes should be high, we know that they're not going to. We know that they're going to walk away, that they're going to live no matter what situations or scenarios that they find themselves in. And that's unfortunate, because AMC used to surprise people with The Walking Dead. Like, it was surprising. Remember when Dale died? Remember when Shane died the episode right after him? Remember when Lori and T-Dog died at the same exact episode? Remember that? It was surprising. People were surprised by The Walking Dead killing off people. They had a really good way of doing it that surprised me. It's not the case anymore. They announced Carl was going to die before he died. They announced Rick was leaving before he left. They announced Maggie was leaving before she left. They announce all the time. They spoil their own show, and it's disappointing and it's saddening. And I wish that wasn't the case. I wish they just waited for the show to end so they could announce it. And but you know, wouldn't expect anything less with AMC these days. However, part of me thinks maybe these spin-off shows are red herrings. that they're not actually happening, that it's just throwing off people, and that they're gonna die. Same with the Daryl Carroll spinoff. Maybe that's the case. I doubt it, but in the back of my brain, maybe, possibility, who knows. Anyway, that's my thoughts on Isle of the Dead announcement. I'm so happy that the Walking Dead universe is continuing. I'm so happy that we're going to see these characters live on far after the main show ends. I'm just curious. And honestly, this might be the thing that I'm looking forward to the most, except for the Rick Grimes movies. Obviously, those are always going to be what I'm looking forward to the most. But besides that, Tales from the Walking Dead, Fear the Walking Dead continuing, Daryl Carroll spinoff, what have you. I think this is the one I'm looking forward to second most after the Rick Grimes movies, especially since it takes place in Manhattan. That's really cool to me. Anyway, thank you for watching. If you like The Walking Dead, if you like the world of The Walking Dead, make sure you subscribe to this channel. I'm going to talk about every single episode of the universe after it airs. And I do other stuff too. I'm doing a Squid Game series currently. I'm going to talk about many TV shows, trailer reactions, everything. Check it out. You should. And hit the bell.
What is that?
My foot.
What are these doing? These aren't tied.